Here we go. Get ready for some championship baseball here at the NCS Grand Slam OC tournament. We are matched up against Foothill Fire here for the championship game. These games are 6 innings or an hour 40-minute no new inning, whichever comes first. Foothill Fire is the home team. They did take the #1 seed for the tournament. We had the #3 seed. So let's play some baseball, play the game, and find out what happens. Let's go Grit. Okay, Mason Herrera, also known as Sugar Rush, leading off the game here for US Grit. Let's go, boys. Let's play some baseball. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that's going to miss high for ball 1. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Mason Herrera, I'm sorry. And that is going to be strike 3. All right, here comes Gavin. The 0-0 pitch. And he looks at ball 1 to start off the at-bat. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. And that misses inside and low. So Gavin's going to trot to first base with a walk. 1 out in the first inning. That is going to bring up Mason Doyle. Sorry, I called Mason Herrera Doyle earlier. The 0-0 pitch. And he lets that go. And Gavin takes second base easily. Here's the pitch. And Mason hits that hard. And it is gloved by the shortstop and thrown to first. Oh, bad camera work. And it does get by the first baseman. And Gavin's going to score. Wow, I did not expect him to round third that quick. So the bad throw allows Mason to get on first base and Gavin to score, making it 1-0 US Grit. That is going to bring up Eden. And they pick over to first, but Mason Doyle is back. And here's the 0-0 pitch. Eden lets it go, so Mason Doyle can safely steal second base. And he gets in there safely. They're going to swap out and let Mason Herrera run for him because Mason Doyle is pitching. So we've got the 1-1 pitch coming up. And that misses down too, but blocked. And he's going to be safe there as the ball did get away. Here comes the 3-2. And that, it misses over his head off the backstop. But Herrera does hold there. Sugar Rush at third base. And Eden's going to take a walk to first. That's going to bring up Josiah, aka Gummy Bear. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside. Eden does take second now. All right, Saya steps back in. Here comes the 1-1, I think. And that's a ground ball. Fielded by third base. And I think he beats Eden. All right, I don't know what I missed there. If there was a tag or something. But that's going to be 2 outs, and Jax is up to bat. And he swings and misses that one. And we've got Eden at second base. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And he swings and, oh, no, that's strike 3. So that's going to be 3 outs. I'm a little bit confused about everything that happened there. I'll have to go back and see, and maybe I didn't see well. But I believe we did score 2 runs, so it should be 2-0 US Grit. All right, so I don't know if I couldn't see some things weird there. Regardless, I missed some things on camera possibly, but it is 2-0 Grit here to start off the bottom of the first inning. We got Mason Doyle on the mound trying to get some outs. Let's go Grit. All right, here we go. The 0-0 delivery from Mason Doyle. And the batter does swing through that one, making it 0-1. Here comes the 1-2 pitch again. And a little change up. Fielded, thrown to first, and out. Good play. Really nice play there by Clayton. Here comes the 0-0 pitch. That's going to miss down for ball 1. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Swung on and hit hard into right field. And caught by Levi over the shoulder, or Eden over the shoulder. What a catch. Great job. All right, that brings up the next batter. 0-0 with 2 outs. That's going to be strike 1. And here comes the 0-1 pitch from Doyle. And that is hit. It's going to get down into left field, fielded by Rocco and thrown into second base. So nice base hit. Good play, Rocco, to keep it in front. Good throw. And we're going to have 2 outs with a runner on first. The 0-0 delivery coming up. And that is swung on and missed. And runner's going to hold at first base, so that's going to be 1 strike. All right, the 0-2 pitch. That is swung and hit in front of the plate. Tough play. And he's going to be out at first base. Great play, guys. Excellent job on that swinging bunt. So, so 1 inning in the books. Grid is up 2-0. Let's go score some runs, boys. All right, top of the 2nd inning. Levi is leading us off here. Number 50 still on the mound for Foothill Fire. Comes set for the 0-0 delivery. And that's going to miss high and outside for ball 1. Pitcher comes set. 2-0 delivery. And Levi hits that one well. And it's off the second baseman into right field. So Levi's going to have himself a hard ground ball base hit. Good job, kid. All right, so that's going to bring up Austin here. No outs, Levi on first base. Here is the 1-0. Austin looks at that one. I thought it might be a strike, but I didn't see a call there. So maybe that's ball 2. Comes the 2-1. And Austin does hit that up. It's caught, and Levi does get back. So that's going to be 1 out. Caught by the pitcher there. Good play. And that's going to bring up Rocco. All right, Rocco steps in a little bit of a slump for the tournament, but normally a great hitter, so he's ready to break out anytime now. Right now would be a good time, kid. And he looks at ball 1. Low. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. And he hits that on the ground. It is gloved by the third baseman and thrown to first, so he's going to be out. And Levi's going to be at third base. Barely. Ooh. Coach Dale's about to have a fit. All right. That is going to bring up Clayton, trying to score a run here in the 2nd inning. And he looks at strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. Levi going. And he's going to be safe. So that's going to be 3-0 U.S. Grit. Here comes the 3-2. Clayton hits that up in the air. And foul, no, caught. I didn't see it, but it was caught by that young man right there. Good play. That's going to be 3 outs. Score 3-0 U.S. Grit going into the bottom of the 2nd. All right, here comes the 0-2 delivery from Mason. And that is hit and down. And they throw the first, but high. Backed up well by Josiah. But that's going to be a single for that young man. So man on first, no outs. The 0-0 delivery. It's going to be strike 1. No run. All right, here comes the 0-1. They look for a bunt. Ball's in the dirt and gets by Josiah. So that is going to be man on second now with 2 out, or with no outs, I'm sorry. Here's the 2-2. And that's going to hit him in the back and put him on first base. That hurts. I hope you're okay, young man. So that young man rubs it, but he's okay. He trots down to first base. He, I'm sure, is a strong young man. Here we go. 0-0 pitch. And that is hit on the ground. And that gets through. Jax fields it, goes second. They throw 4. And he's out at 4. They throw 3, but the ball gets by. And Austin is chasing that a long way. So let's see here. That is going to score a run at least. So that ball thrown into left field did end up scoring 2 runs. So that makes the score 3-2. Nobody on base. Mason Doyle pitching 0-0. And that's going to miss outside for the first pitch. Here comes the 1-0. That is hit hard on the ground. And that's going to get all the way out to the fence. Austin is still chasing it. That runner is going to get all the way around, it looks like. Yeah, that's going to be a home run and tie up the game. Great hit, young man. So Foothill Fire comes back here and ties the game up at 3. All right, so base is empty again. 1 out, 0-0 pitch. That's gonna miss up. Here comes the 1 and 2. And that's gonna be strike 3 for 2 outs here. Mason Doyle trying to hold this game to a tie 3-3 score. Try not to let Foothill Fire take the lead here this inning. All right, so here's the 0-0 pitch with 2 outs. That's gonna be strike 1. Here comes the 1 and 2 pitch from Mason. And that's gonna be strike 3. So he does get out of it, but we did suffer some damage, and the score is now tied 3-3 going into the top of the 3rd. All right, top of the 3rd inning, we're gonna have Mason Herrera, Sugar Rush, leading us off. Here's the 0-0 pitch, and he fouls that one off into the net there. All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch. And he does hit that one into center field, and it is caught by the center fielder on a diving catch. What a play there, young man, number 21. Great job. So that is going to bring up Gavin, the mullet man, with 1 out here. And he looks for a bunt, but pulls back for ball 1. All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch. Gavin swings and hits that one on the ground, and that is off the shortstop into left field. So Gavin's gonna pull up with a single there and try to get us started and bring up Mason Doyle here with a man on first and 1 out. All right, here comes Mason Doyle with the 0-0 pitch. That's gonna miss inside, and Gavin is going to take second base. There's a lot of action in front of me here. The 1-0, and he hits that hard, but gloved by second base. Nice play, and he's gonna be out at first. But he does move Gavin over to 3rd. So we've got a man on 3rd with 2 outs. Eden Big Poppy coming up in a tie game. Got the umpire a little bit in my way. I had to move. And Eden hits that one. And it's caught by the first baseman. So that's going to be 3 outs. Fire puts up a 0. And we go into the bottom of the 3rd, tied 3-3. Here comes the 0-0 pitch. That's going to miss off the plate for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. And that is hit in the air, high in the air. Looks like Gavin's underneath it, and it does drop. That's a tough ball. So that young man's gonna get on first base, and Grit's gonna have to try to fight with a man on first with no out. All right, so Mason Doyle back to work here. 0-0 pitch, and that is hit up in the air as well. Gavin underneath this one as well, and he's gonna catch it, and they're gonna double him up at first base. Excellent job. Way to make up for the last one, Gavin. Great play, Grit. So sometimes the baseball gods give you a second chance, and Gavin took it and made the most of it. Now we've got 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. Score tied 3-3, base is empty. Doyle delivers on a 1-0 or an 0-0, and a ground ball to Gavin, who's gonna throw to first and make all 3 outs of the inning despite the error. Great job, Grit. Let's go score some runs. All right, so top of the 4th inning, Saya, Gummy Bear, leading us off. So Saya gives the plate a love tap, the 1-1 pitch. And he hits that one hard on the ground, but it does take a nice hop to the first baseman, who gloves it and beats him over to first base. So that's gonna be 1 out. Here comes Jax with a ground ball up the middle, and it does go off the second baseman's glove, and Jax is gonna beat it out. They throw it away, but he's gonna have to hustle back to first. Ball's right there off the fence. So Jax with a little infield single, maybe an error, but regardless, he's on first base, getting us started. So Levi seeing the 0-0 pitch, and that's gonna miss up, and Jax is in safely at second base. All right, here comes the 3-1 pitch, and that's gonna be inside. They called it a strike. Levi thought that was inside. And here is the 3-2 pitch. And that's going to be strike 3 and make it 2 outs. So that is going to bring up Austin. And that's going to miss inside. Still man on third base, 2 outs right now. Game locked in a 3-3 tie. The 1-0 pitch. And Austin hits a high chopper. It is gloved by the shortstop, and I think he's out. Yeah, he's going to be out at third base or at first base. So Fire's going to put up another 0, going to the bottom of the 4th, I believe, tied 3-3. All right, so Grit in a dogfight here. Bottom of the 4th inning, tied 3-3. Mason Doyle still pitching. And that is going to be a called strike. The 1-2 pitch coming up. Strike 3, so Doyle's going to get the first out of the inning via strikeout and try to work to a 0 here for the inning. Mason Doyle to deliver the 0-0 here. And doesn't get the call on that one. Didn't seem like it missed his target by much, but not sure where the target's set up exactly. Can't see the plate out here. So here's the 2-2 delivery from Doyle. And that's going to be strike 3. So Doyle has struck 2 out this inning, and we've got 2 down with nobody on. Bottom of the 4th, score tied 3-3. All right, here's the 3rd batter of the inning, the 0-0 delivery. And that is hit on the ground. Fielded nicely by Gavin, thrown to first, and they're going to be out. Sorry for the bad camera work there, but I do think I got it. So Doyle puts up another 0. Game is still tied at 3. Let's go score some runs, Grit. So, top of 5, score tied 3-3. That brings up Rocco, my 9-year-old son, looking for a breakout hit. Get something started. The bats have not been as awake this game for Grit as they were last game, and it feels like the first team who really wakes up the bats is going to end up winning this game. Rocco looks at ball 2, low and in, 3-0, and that's going to miss down and in. So Rocco is going to walk, get on first base, and see if we can't manufacture a run here with no outs. That is going to bring up Clayton here with Rocco on first base. Here's the 3-0, and that's going to miss as well. Rocco's going to get to second base. Clayton trots down to first, and we got first and second with no outs here in this tied game in the top of the 5th. Here is they said down, but Rocco didn't get down, but he was safe, thankfully. All right, so that bunt attempt was either missed or pulled back. I couldn't tell. But we got a 1-1 count. And they're going to call that strike 3 on the full count pitch. So that's going to be 1 out, runners on 2nd and 3rd, and Gavin coming up. The 3-1, and that is going to miss outside, not called a strike, so Gavin will trot down to first base, and that will bring up Mason Doyle with the bases loaded with 1 out. The 3-2 pitch. Mason Doyle hits that well in the air to right field, and it's going to get over the right fielder's head. That is going to score at least 3. Right fielder picks it up, and Mason Doyle is rounding second, heading for 3rd, and he gets a stop sign. That's going to be a 3-run triple for Mason Doyle, who's having himself a day at the plate. Awesome job. He hit an absolute tater there. Introduced that ball to some grass, and he's going to give us a little dance on 3rd base. Attaboy. So that brings up Eden, who's going to look at ball 1, and this game is now 6-3 U.S. Grit. Okay, here's the 3-1, and Eden hits that high into the air. The shortstop is underneath it, and that's going to be caught. So Mason has to hold, and that's going to be 2 outs. That's going to bring up Josiah with 2 outs and a man on 3rd base. And he's going to swing and foul that first pitch back for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. And he turns on that and hits it into left field. And the left fielder makes a diving catch. Excellent play, young man. That's going to be 3 outs. What a play there from number 23, I think? No, 21. Good play, young man. All right, so the score is 6-3. U.S. Grit going into the bottom of the 5th. Let's go, boys. All right, bottom 5. Grit up 6-3. Mason Doyle pitching. 0-0 pitch. That's going to miss low for ball 1. Quite cold. I should have brought some pants and a sweater for this night game. Here's the 1-1. And that's hit on the ground. Fielded by Levi at first base. And that's going to be out number 1 at the bottom of the 5th inning. The 1-2. That's going to hit him in the helmet. And give him first base. The 3-2. And swung on and missed, so that's going to be a strikeout. The runner does take second base there, but it's going to be 2 down with the man on second here. All right, I've got a horde in my way here for the 0-0 pitch. And that's swung on and missed, tipped into the catcher's glove for strike 1. Here is the 0-1, and that's hit on the ground. And Mason Herrera does get a glove on it, but he throws 4. And that's going to score a run. They're going to throw 2. That's going to get by. So that's going to make it 6-4. Still 2 outs with a runner on second base. Here is the 1-0. That's going to be on the ground to Gavin, who fields it nicely, throws to first, and that's going to be 3 outs. So Grit is going to get out of it. But Foothill Fire did score 1 run, making the game 6-4 going into the 6th inning. This is going to be the last inning, Grit. Let's score some runs with our last chance and then go out there and end this game. Here we go. Okay, top of the 6th inning, score 4-6 US Grit. Jack swings through that first pitch. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And Jax hits that hard on the ground, and that gets by the third baseman into left field. So Jax is going to have himself a single on a hard hit ground ball and start us off with a runner on first. Okay, so Levi steps in with Jax on first base and no outs. And he looks at the first pitch, which is a strike, and Jax takes second base. He swipes it. The ball gets into the outfield, but he's going to go ahead and hold there. The 1-1 pitch. Levi hits a high chopper. Jax has to hold, but that gets through. So Jax is going to get to third, and they're going to send him. And he's going to score. So Levi has a chopper that gets through the infield, scores a run. And that makes the game 7-4 US Grit. Austin steps in, looks at strike 1. Levi going, and he's going to be safe at second base. Here comes the 1-1. Austin hits that in the air, and that's going to get down into right field. So Levi, I got no focus, sorry. Levi holds at third base. Camera decided to stop focusing there, but Austin's going to have himself a single there and move Levi over to third base. That is going to bring up Rocco, first and third. He looks at strike 1, and Austin takes second base. So here's the 3-2. Come on, Rocco. And he's going to swing through that one. All right, here comes Clayton up. He's going to look at strike 1 there. The 1-1 to Clayton. And that is hit on the ground as a chopper, fielded by the second baseman, thrown to first, and that is going to be 3 outs. Oh, I guess that's going to be 2 outs. I'm sorry. So that does score a run. And here's the first pitch to Mason Herrera. That's hit on the ground, fielded by the shortstop and thrown over to first, but he's going to beat it out, and that's going to score another run and make it 9-4. Here comes the 0-1. And Gavin hits that into center field. Center fielder's underneath it, and that's going to be caught for the 3rd out. So, bottom of the 6th inning now. Grit up, I believe, 9-4. Need 3 outs for another championship. All right, bottom of the 6th inning. Clayton coming in to close it out here with a 5-run cushion. And he delivers on the first pitch and misses low. The 1-1. That's hit on the ground. Gavin does field it, throws to first, and that's going to be out number 1 of the 6th inning. The 0-0. And that is hit on the ground, but foul. Clayton throws to, what? Clayton throws to first. I guess not foul. Everyone looked like it was foul, and Clayton picked it up and gunned it over there, but the runner was safe. All right, so runner on first with 1 out. The 0-0 delivery. It's going to be strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. Ooh, and that almost gets him. Oh, I guess it did get him. So that's going to put a runner on first base and second base with 1 out. And here comes the 1-2. And that's going to be strike 3. So that's going to be 2 outs. And Grit is 1 out away from a 2nd straight championship. All right, batter steps in. Clayton working with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. The 0-0 misses outside. And runner holds. Here is the 1-0 delivery. That's gonna miss high. And he's gonna be out at third base, and that's gonna be the game. US Grit is gonna win another one with a final score of 9-4, I believe. Excellent play, boys. Hey, it's a team effort. Everybody put in some work and everybody comes home with the ring. Great job, US Grit. Thank you so much for watching this video. Great game played by both teams. Fire, some excellent defensive plays all around. Good game. Keep your heads up, Fire. Good job, Grit. You guys are champions for the weekend. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. And we will see you next Wednesday from a brand new tournament. Way to go, Grit. Thank you all. All right, they're running out here to me. Excellent job, boys. Champions for the weekend yet again. Good game. And Gavin's gonna be first. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And they give us a slide in here. Excellent job, boys.
It's wet.
Hey, how do you guys feel?
Yeah!
Good job. All right, let's go get your hardware.
I'm trying to do the close shot.